Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 1905. It's such a pleasure to have George Colligan and his players here tonight on the stage. A reminder that these musicians are working for your tips and your tips alone, so if you could find it in your hearts and in your wallets to throw a couple dollars into one of the digital tip jars, it is literally how we are surviving these crazy times. But also, we want to give something back to you, so if you put in $20 or more to one of the digital tip jars, you are entered in for a raffle to win a $100 gift certificate to the 1905. That's a lot of delicious pizza and drinks that you can enjoy on their patio, open 4 p.m. onwards on weekdays, 1 p.m. onwards on weekends. But also, if you just need to hang out for free, that is totally cool. Just remember to smash that share button, tag some of the links, you might dig these tunes, share the links around. And now, music from George Colligan.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you for listening, watching, and we're always happy to be at the 1905. And thank you, Left Door Streaming. Thank you, everyone here at this wonderful place. And I want to thank these musicians for coming out and playing my music, and we always have a good time. Not often enough these days, but whenever we can, it's more special. So on the bass, originally from Atlanta, I'll tell you what.
Tell me.
There's nothing to tell. You know what it is. He's from Atlanta, but nobody's perfect. And by way of Portland, former student of mine, and now really one of the most in-demand bassists on the scene in Portland, and somebody I really love playing with. And he's a good person too. You know, so give it up for John Lakey on the bass.
Woo!
And on the tenor saxophone, the pride of Eugene, Oregon, one of my favorite musicians, and we've played quite a lot together since I moved out here to Oregon. I play in his organ trio, and we've done all kinds of stuff, and we're colleagues at PSU, and so give it up for Joe Manis on tenor saxophone.
Woo!
And on the alto saxophone, originally from the Bay Area and now living in Los Angeles. And she was a Portland State student, graduate now, so she's an alumni. And we're very proud of her. She has a new record called Introducing Nicole McCabe. Good title. And I think that record has already gone platinum, so you went platinum, right? You don't know? I
It
think
100% did. We're saying it right now. It definitely did.
I think you would have heard if it went platinum. My records go aluminum, so that's not as good. Not as good. So please welcome Nicole McCabe on the alto saxophone. And accompanying them on the drums, my name is George Colligan, and I know some of you are wondering why I'm playing the drums, and it's my gig, so leave me alone. Just be quiet. Just accept it. It's going to be fine. And so we're going to start out with, this is a song that I wrote a few years ago. I actually am into running. I know it doesn't look like it, but I do exercise daily.
That's impressive in these times.
It's weird.
That's impressive in these times.
It's kind of a drag that I have to tell people that. Yeah, I run. Really? I had no idea. So I was watching a documentary on Usain Bolt, the great sprinter, one of the fastest men alive. And I was watching it with my son Liam, and he was like, "Daddy, I think I could run that fast." And I was like, "Yeah, maybe." So this is a tribute to him. This is called Usain, and we hope you enjoy it. Thanks so much.
theoretical planets. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 1905 on the internet. Thank you so much for joining us. It's such a pleasure to have you all here. A reminder to smash that share button, send the links around. It really helps with the visibility of this incredible music. And also, if you would like to tip the musicians on stage, this is how we are supporting them. Upper Structure is the Venmo, and the PayPal. It is a new 501c3 that is supporting jazz musicians, jazz education, and jazz in general in the Pacific Northwest. And so we are so happy to be partnering with them in helping us support this incredible music. George, what do we got coming up next?
Thank you. That was a piece called Usain. And now we'd like to continue with, it's relatively new, but I think this group actually, we won a Regional Arts Council Culture Grant back in 2019. And we were doing a bunch of performances. And one of the new pieces that I had added was this next piece, and that's the last time we played it. So we got to remember it, and it's called Sunken Ships, and it's inspired by me playing Battleship with my son Jordan. So
your son Jordan is an inspiration often.
He's an inspiration, what?
Often. Usain Bolt, Battleships.
Well,
we're 2 for 2. We're 2 for 2.
That's my older son, Liam.
Oh, okay. Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
There we go.
So this is Sunken Ships. Please enjoy.
Ladies and gentlemen, you are listening to Theoretical Planets. If you would like to support these incredible musicians, please consider throwing $1 or $2 into one of the digital tip jars. And also, tonight, Cycle is matching the first $500 donated, so your dollar is going to go twice as far as it normally would. So please consider giving generously if you are able. And if you give 20 bucks or more, there's a chance you could win a $100 gift certificate to the 1905, which is a lot of delicious pizza and drinks, which you can join on their patio, which is outdoor, heated, safe, and distanced. Open 4 p.m. onwards on weekdays, 1 p.m. onwards on weekends. But also, if you just need to hang out for free, that is totally cool. Just remember to smash that share button. Tag someone in the comments that might dig these tunes. Send it around. Charlie Porter said you guys are sounding real good.
I don't know whether to trust Charlie. I mean, he says
really,
a lot of things.
Does he really know?
Yeah. I don't know what he's up to. He's just blowing smoke.
Also,
he says that to all the bands. Not like we're special or anything.
Also, John Doyle saying hello. Rusty Hassan, or Hassan, sorry about the, don't know how to pronounce your name. Enjoying the music from Washington, D.C.
Oh, Rusty Hassan, yeah.
Hassan?
Rusty is a DJ and a jazz lover. Great guy.
Oh, great. So we're going coast to coast with
and
this
John
thing.
Doyle is actually, that's my wife's alter ego. So.
Nice. Excellent. What do we got coming up next, George?
Oh, what do we have? What's next? Oh, this is another new tune I wrote over the winter time. And it's another, well, we haven't played any contrafacts yet. I write a lot of contrafacts. A contrafact.
I was about to say, do you want to describe that real quick for?
Yes, I do, because I'm here to teach.
That's it. Lay it on me, Professor.
A contrafact is a new melody written over an existing set of chord changes, which is very common in the bebop era of jazz music, subgenre. And people like Charlie Parker, Thelonious Monk. I don't know if you ever heard of any of these people. You ever heard of Charlie Parker, Nicole? No, never. You have to get your degree back, get that paper back. So one of the reasons that musicians did that is because apparently you don't have to pay royalties on, or chord changes are not necessarily copyrightable.
Right, right. Melodies
so people,
and words.
But it's also, I believe it's a way that,
to pay tribute and homage.
Yeah, but also just to kind of work out some linear stuff. And I have just, I don't know, I just have fallen into a rut, maybe a rut, if you will. But this is a contrafact, and we'll see if anybody guesses what it's based on. The title sort of gives it away. And the title is The Tone of the Room. So this has a secret.
Post in chat. Throw it up in chat if you think you know what it is.
If you guess it, then feel good about yourself. I don't have any prizes for that, but you just
a job well done.
Slap yourself on
there
the
you
back
go.
and be happy. Here's The Tone of the Room.
Guys, Rivka Ross says, in a mellow tone. There we go. And Francesca also got it right, but she had already heard you play it. so she was in the know already. Oh, microphone. I can't hear you. Yeah, microphone, otherwise I can't hear you.
There we go.
There we go.
Francesca is, we call her Cha-Cha. She's one of the biggest jazz fans there is. She's from Queens, New York, and so
Oh, great.
you know, she always comes to see me play when I'm in New York and online.
Well, here we are. It's so good to have you in the chat, Francesca. Welcome, Cha-Cha.
Anybody else say anything good or bad?
Well, Susan McCabe threw $100 at y'all, which is going to become $200 because of Cycle tonight. Thank you so much to Cycle for matching the first $500. So throw some money in a tip jar. It is really how we are surviving these crazy times. Also, and I apologize in advance, I'm going to murder this name. Miet Lapierre?
Miet.
Uh,
Miet Lapierre is one of my students.
Says Nicole McCabe is killing. So
What else did she say?
that was pretty much it. That was pretty much
okay.
it.
All right.
So
cool.
maybe a couple minuses on the old
grades
grave
going
there.
tomorrow, so you know things can change. You know?
And then David Bryan says, life is better on the planet while your music is happening.
Thank you. We appreciate that.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Anybody
so much for
say
tuning
anything
in,
bad?
David.
Any trolls out there?
No, it's just a bunch. This is, I mean, it's not really. Jeff Boudreau, Cajun and Paris Tunyen, giving George my best. Tell him his drumming is good, but he should hire me next time.
Well, Jeff, first of all, I haven't seen you in probably a decade, and I can't afford to fly you from Paris, certainly.
But he says you're totally killing and you sound great. So it
Thank
was
you,
only,
Jeff.
I'm
Jeff
not sure if
is,
that's
Jeff
natural.
is from New Orleans.
Oh, sure.
He's a really
And
great
nice.
drummer. He's been living in Paris for decades, and he's a good guy.
That sounds nice. Like nice work if you can get it.
Yeah. So that was the tone of the room. And what's next? Brooklyn Attitude. You know what? Why don't we change it? Let's go down a little bit. We're gonna do a song that I wrote for kind of for my kids, also for me. This is called Daddy Go Bye Bye. And it's kind of a deep thing. You know, everybody, it's like the cycle of life, if you will. And, you know, I think about my dad a lot. You know, he died suddenly a few years ago, maybe about 15 years ago. He still owed me some money, so that was kind of unresolved.
Still got some stuff to work out, mostly in the dollars department.
Yeah. I feel like he's kind of ducking me, you know.
Yeah.
Actually, you know, I actually did go to a psychic recently.
Oh, yeah?
And the thing is, I kind of ask the wrong questions. A lot of people are like, they want to communicate with relatives, and I was sort of like, there's this shirt that I bought from Target like 8 years ago, and it fit perfectly. Where is it? I don't know where it is. Can you tell me? Can you see anything?
Did the psychic couldn't help you with that? That's too bad.
Where are my car keys? When is my stimulus check coming? All right, so
Anyway.
here's Daddy Go Bye Bye.
That was beautiful, kind of almost a funeral dirge at the end there. What do we got coming up next, George?
Okay. Next. All right, we're going to do a tune that is also a contrafact. I play this tune a lot. I don't know why. It's just a popular. Everyone loves this tune. Not everyone, but
A fan favorite.
yeah. This. It's just easy to play. It's just fun. It just works. You know, if I do say so myself. I also just wanted to say a word. I'd like to dedicate this show to the memory of the late Ralph Peterson Jr. I was very fortunate to have played with Ralph a number of times over the years, and not only was he an inspiration on the bandstand, but just also listening to records that he was on. And so, as a drummer, if I dare call myself a drummer, he was a huge influence. You know, specific things like, you know, there's Ralph licks that I and everybody else tries to play, not as well. But also his whole conception of the music was really sort of part of that whole 80s and 90s Young Lions sort of return to acoustic jazz, but with a different kind of slant on it. And, you know, I spent a lot of time with him over the years, not so much since moving out here, but he did come through a number of times. And we were actually fortunate to play with him on this stage. Me and Joe was on the gig, and we had Eric Gruber and
That's
Noah
amazing.
Simpson. And I think that I remember that night. Aaron remembers. The crowd was sort of like, what the heck is this? You know, like they just had not necessarily heard drumming like that up close or seen somebody like Ralph, the way he approached the music. And he played some trumpet that night too. So he was a multi-instrumentalist. And just a force in the music, and I really didn't think that he was going to pass like that. I just figured, you know, he's very strong-willed. You can hear it in his music, but if you know him, you know that he was very strong-willed and was not afraid to speak his mind. But, you know, I think some people took it the wrong way, because oftentimes he could seem harsh, but oftentimes it was out of love. And it was, you know, like when he came to Portland State, he was hard on one of my students, but it was for a purpose. It wasn't just to be a jerk. It was like he took the music really, really seriously. And he expected you to do the same. So it was more that East Coast directness. You know, he's actually from Pleasantville, New Jersey, of all places. And it's funny because I remember I played with him, with his band, at Pleasantville, New Jersey High School, and he had, it was a great band. Ray Drummond, Mark Shim on tenor, what's his name on trumpet? It'll come to me. And he had Michael Brecker also on tenor. I think we had like 10 or 15 people there, which was just weird. But Jeremy Pell was on trumpet. But it was an interesting experience. And but anyway, this is I'd like to dedicate this to Ralph. You know, it's just a blow for the jazz community. And so this is a nod to all the East Coast musicians. This is called Brooklyn Attitude.
Ladies and gentlemen, Theoretical Planets coming to you live from the 1905. A reminder that these musicians are working for your tips and your tips alone, so if you could find it in your hearts and in your wallets to throw a couple dollars into one of the digital tip jars, it is literally how we are surviving these crazy times. But we also want to give something back to you, so for $20 or more, you will be entered into a raffle to win a $100 gift certificate to the 1905. That's a lot of delicious pizza and drinks that you can enjoy on their patio, which is open from 4 p.m. onward on weekdays. 1 p.m. onwards on weekends, and a reminder that Cycle is matching all of your donations up to $500, so your dollars go twice as far as they normally would, so if you're able to support these incredible musicians, please consider doing so. But if you just need to hang out for free, that is totally cool. Just remember to smash that share button, tag someone in the comments might dig these tunes, send the links around for to raise the visibility of this incredible music, who Charlie Porter says is beautiful. He thinks you guys are beautiful. And an incredible group.
Thanks, Charlie. I think. Actually, John and I are playing here with Charlie on Wednesday.
Oh, super cool.
So that's probably why he's
buttering you up.
He's just trying to
buttering you up.
Trying to plug his own stuff.
If you like this,
yeah, right.
Check us out.
Right. Speaking of albums. So just want to mention that our alto saxophonist, well, first of all, Joe Manis has a number of records out already. I believe the last one is called The Golden Mean. Am I right, Joe? Yeah. Okay. And then the one before that was North by Northwest, right? So Joe has a number of records out on the Steeplechase label. And so you can go purchase those.
You can check those out at joemanis.com, which is in the chat right now.
Yeah, go to joemanis.com. And our wonderful alto saxophonist, Nicole McCabe, she has a new record out. And it's a wonderful album. The title of that album is Introducing Nicole McCabe. Not the most original title, but it gets the point across.
Peppery and to the point. Peppery and to the point. You can also check that out at NicoleMcCabeJazz.com, which is
maybe
in the
the next
right
one
now.
will be like relaxing with Nicole McCabe or hanging out with
Netflix and chill.
With
Nicole
Netflix and
McCabe.
chill with Nicole McCabe. I dare you, Nicole. I dare you.
Anyway, you should check out all of those records by these incredible musicians. You got any albums coming out, George?
Well, now that you mention it,
No, is that what we're
this group, we did our CD release a few weeks ago.
Oh, congratulations.
It's on the PJCE record label, and you can go buy it on Bandcamp. And it's called, it's George Colligan and Theoretical Planets, and the name of the record is Long-Term Goals. So we all have long-term goals. One of them is to survive COVID and start
That's a good one.
getting back to normal, we hope. Get through this school year. This is actually my spring break, Joe's spring break too. 11 more weeks. Not that we're counting down, but we are. And so the record that we did, we actually did it right before COVID. I want to say December of 2019. And it was this core group plus some special guests. We had Noah Simpson on trumpet, and we had Nicole Glover on tenor saxophone, who's also a former student of mine. I only accept saxophone students named Nicole. That's my criteria.
It's a good rubric.
Yeah. So, but I was very happy with it. And there's a lot of, my compositions, but we also did a number of kind of more free-form things that came out really, really great. So it's a long record. So first of all, anybody listening, I recommend you go to Bandcamp right now and download it and listen to the whole thing all the way through. Because, I kind of want it to be experienced that way. I mean, I can't force you, but I hope you will.
You are invited to.
I invite you to, yeah. That's a good way to put it. No pressure. But so we're going to end with the title track And this is something that I actually wrote at the piano, but it's much easier to play on drums. And it's called Long-Term Goals. Is this our last tune?
Whatever you feel.
I mean, we could do 6 more.
We're at like 7:20. But you can end whenever you
I
want.
think this is going to be our last.
Last
We'll
tune?
leave people
Cool.
wanting more,
Love
and
it.
you know, I hope people will, and go to my Facebook page and just keep. We're going to hopefully do more this summer as the weather gets warmer, and certainly we can come back here. And so thanks everybody for listening. And once again, we have John Lakey on the bass.
Ooh.
We have Joe Manis on tenor saxophone.
Yeah.
We have Nicole McCabe on alto saxophone. My name is Charlie Doggett. Thank you very much. I appreciate that.
Boo.
Spoken word? No? I got a couple bits I could do.
Really?
I've been working on it.
Thank you. Good night.